You're now tuning in live with DMEG Radio. Danni Gyrl live. Couch Conversations. Let's go! Couch Conversation with Danni Gyrl live. DMG Radio on fire. You listen and ride where you hear the hottest underground and independent music. Tune in with Couch Conversations where they talk about it. No, it ain't the Breakfast Club. It's Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. No, it ain't the Breakfast Club. It's Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Killer! DMG Radio. Danni Gyrl live. Couch Conversation. You know what it is. Monsters.
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Couch Conversation. Season 4, episode 3. And today we are going to talk about toxic family values. This is a subject that I've touched on before, and even getting ready for it today was a little touchy. I was watching some videos and things like that, trying to get different insight on toxic families, and it was very interesting, some of the things that I came across, especially about mothers, predominantly Black mothers, and the differences between how they treat their sons and daughters. One thing that I came across a lot was how people use the church, and especially older people, how they use the church and the Bible when they are trying to prove a point to you, but they don't use the entire text, or they pick and choose what text they want to use from the Bible. So all of the things that I came across were very interesting, and I'll be playing some of the clips for y'all that I found about toxic families, conversations that Black families are not ready to have, and things of that nature. So y'all stay tuned. Tag a friend, bring a friend. I hope y'all got y'all snacks. I hope y'all ready for this show, because this is going to be a good one. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, I do have the phone number scrolling if you would like to call into the show. Otherwise, you can leave your comments in the comment box, and I'll put them up as the show goes on. You can also show your support by Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or Apple Pay. It's scrolling at the bottom as well. And if you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe for more content. If you are following me on YouTube, if you are already subscribed on YouTube, you know I post exclusive content on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, you can follow me at The Real Danni Gyrl on YouTube. Like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll get back to that later. So let's get into this subject. Toxic family values. So one of the big things that I came across was toxic parenting. I want to get into some of this with y'all. Let me play this first clip, and we'll be right back. All right, we're gonna play this first clip. 1 second, here we go.
Conversations Black people aren't ready to have, part 2.
I wanted a part 2. Let's get into it. Number 1, your daughter isn't your competition. So please stop making her your competition. Just because what you went through don't got nothing to do with your daughter. Number 2, your kids should not be in trouble if they're stating an opinion, a fact, and you get mad and get in your feelings. Number 3, if your kid comes to tell you that they're depressed, they are depressed. They're not faking it. So do not sit there and act like it's a joke, and it's not. And lastly, just because you put a roof over our head and clothes on our back, that doesn't make you a fit mother. That's basic needs. Now I'm done.
All right, so she tapped on some things that I wanted to get into. The main one being the depression issue. I've noticed that in Black families, when people come to us with issues about mental health, they get pushed under the rug, they get pushed aside. Nobody wants to talk about it. I've noticed that sometimes in Black families, when people say they're bipolar, they'll get the response, oh, everybody's bipolar. Or when they say they're depressed, people tell them things like everybody's depressed, or you need to get over it, or those types of things. And to me, that's a little toxic. I don't think that we take mental health as seriously as we should, um, as a community. I really don't. One of the other things that she touched on was mothers in competition with their daughters. I seen this come across my timeline a lot on TikTok. That's where I spent a lot of time at, was on TikTok, and I've seen that come across my feed a lot. Mothers that are in competition with their daughters, or they are using their daughters to fulfill the dreams that they didn't when they were younger, or trying to do that. And I think that's a lot of pressure to put on people. Um, a lot of parents have this thing about trying to fulfill the things that they weren't allowed to do because they came a parent through their child. And we got to stop doing that too. Um, Everybody's an individual. Everybody has their own dreams, goals, uh, things that they want to do in the future. So we have to, as a community of parents, stop putting those things off on our children, things that we expect from them that are sometimes unreasonable expectations. Honestly, they're unreasonable expectations. They are expectations that the child will never fulfill. And then there's resentment between the parent and the child. So yeah, this toxic family stuff, it runs deep on so many levels. I was looking at toxic parenting. I was looking at the mother son relationship, mother daughter relationships. I was looking at family secrets, and I think that is the most toxic of family values. Um, a lot of people have this saying, what goes on in this house stays in this house. I always thought that was dysfunctional, because if it's something that needs to be exposed, like, you really have me keeping it a secret, and for what? Um, the biggest thing that I seen as far as family secrets go was people protecting molesters in the family, male and female. So I thought that was interesting as well. Um, yeah, I'm gonna get into another one of these videos real quick because it's a lot to unpack with this subject. So here we go.
Conversations Black people aren't ready to have.
I'm probably gonna catch a lot for this, and if this blows up, y'all gonna come in the comments for me. But it needs to be said. Stop treating your son like he your husband. That's not your husband, that's your child. Stop putting more expectation on your daughter than you do your son. I've personally seen this last one with my own eyes. Stop protecting these men or these women in your family that you know are child molesters, and you know that they've got some inappropriate relationship with children in your family. And yet, instead of speaking up and say something, you turn the other cheek. Oh, we're not going to talk about this. This is a big family secret. No, 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 no. We need to start talking about it, and we need to start coming up and saying something, because that ruins kids. That changes kids' lives, and I've seen it with my own eyes.
Okay, So she touched on something that I wanted to touch on as well. I have noticed that a lot of mothers, single mothers, let's be very specific. A lot of single mothers end up making their sons their husbands. And what I mean by this is they don't date. They end up dressing their son the way they want their man to dress. They end up basically dating their son, controlling their son. All that toxic. All that is toxic. All that is toxic. Um on so many levels. Let's just let it be known. It's toxic on so many levels because first of all, your son is not your man. Your son is your son. And I think that sometimes mothers get into a place where they're so into parenting and protecting their sons that they don't consciously know that they're doing it. They don't consciously know that they have made their son their man. Another thing she touched on was family child molesters. Like I said, it's deep when people are out here covering for people that SA children. That is really deep, but I noticed it happens a lot in the Black community, not just in families, but in churches as well. Um, One thing that I've noticed was since this stuff been happening with Puffy and these TD Jakes allegations, and a lot of allegations have come out since then. I was doing some research on allegedly TD Jakes had allegations before and they were swept under the rug. So I think if you look at the toxic family values, they run over into the church as well. People put on appearances. They like to look a certain way around the church congregation and the people that they go to church with. So they try to cover things up and bury things, sweep things under the rug, and it doesn't necessarily work. Everything always ends up getting exposed, whether it is now or later, but it always ends up getting exposed. And I got a few of these videos I'm gonna tap into. I've been having a hard time just talking about this subject because there's so much to unpack with it. Like I didn't even know where to start. I didn't even know where to start with this. So yeah, we just gonna keep going with these video clips that I got, and we're just gonna kind of unpack it as we go. Let's get to it.
I swear a lot of the older Black generation of parents are so fucking toxic. There's so much shit that I had to go through, and I never want my kid dealing with that. I would never tell my daughter that she has to change her clothes because a man is in the room. I will teach my son that a woman's clothes will not define her worth, and respect a woman's body and her choice. I'm not going to be so hard on my daughter, yet so soft on my son to where his girlfriend's crying to me, begging for help, and I end up telling her, you knew what he was like when you started dating him. That'll never be me. I'm never going to let my daughter think she's incapable of doing shit without the assistance of a man. I'm never going to tell my son he's acting like a punk, sissy, or a bitch just for showing a little bit of vulnerability. I'm not going to give my kid until the age of 18 to get the fuck out of my house. I'm not going to install so much fear in my child that they now can't trust me with their genuine feelings without being afraid that I'm going to dismiss them. I'm never going to love my child any less for who they love. I'm never going to teach my kids to be bullies and bystanders. I'm never going to throw entitlement on them. They will live on a fucking farm before I ever introduce them to that toxic shit.
Okay, one thing that I wanted to tap on that she tapped on was the moving out at 18. I want to know who started this rule. Where did it come from? Who said at 18 you're supposed to put your kids out? I want to know who started that toxic ass rule. I'm gonna tell you why it's toxic. Because you have an 18-year-old that's coming fresh out of high school. High school does not prepare them to go into the world. It barely gives them the basic knowledge they need to know for the world. So you have a 18-year-old who just graduated high school, who is unprepared for the world, who, if they have a job, is making a minimum wage in a time of inflation, and then you want them to leave, which means now they're going to leave, have a minimum wage job. They're probably going to need two other roommates to get an apartment, and they'll probably still end up in a one bedroom. They're not going to be fully prepared for the world. I feel like you just throwing them to the wolves. I feel like you throwing them to the wolves. At 18, I moved out and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But my options were get a job, go to school, or get out, right? So I went to school for a while. I did that. That didn't work for me. That was just not my thing. I didn't want to go to college. I had already made up in my mind in high school that I didn't want to go to college. So what ends up happening is I end up moving out and doing a whole lot of shit that I probably shouldn't have been doing because I didn't get a job. But I had a place. I was doing my thing, and I just think that was toxic. I felt like I should have been better prepared to go off into the world. I was in my own place and didn't know how to balance a checkbook. Nobody had taught me how to balance a checkbook, how to fill out a job application, how to enroll in college, how to do financial aid. I didn't know any of that at 18, but I had a place and I had a baby. And I was just in the world trying to figure it out. And I feel like when you do that to your children, you set them up for failure because it took me from 18 until in my 30s to figure my life out and figure out what I really wanted to do, what direction I really wanted to go in. Because up until then, I had just really been in survival mode. And I think it's toxic when you are in a situation where you're in survival mode and the people around you that are your family don't even realize that you're in survival mode. I think that's bad. A lot of things that I went through, I did not want for my kids. I'll say that. I did not want that for my kids. It was not necessary for my kids to move out at 18. I was not doing that. I did try to teach my kids about going into the world. Well, Andre just turned 19, so I'm still working on him as far as certain things that you need to be an independent adult. But as far as just basic necessities, washing, cleaning, cooking, things like that, my kids, they got that down. I've taught them now about credit. I didn't teach them about credit before because I didn't know about credit and I wasn't taught about credit. So all those types of things that we don't pass down to our children, those things are really necessary. And just putting them out at 18 and throwing them to the wolves to me is just toxic as hell. I understand sometimes your kids have a smart mouth or they have behavioral situations or things like that when they probably need to go. But just on some, hey, you 18, get out type stuff, I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. One other thing I wanted to tap on that she tapped on was the changing clothes when certain men come around. Now, I sat there and jogged my memory, and I said I do not ever recall being put in that situation where somebody told me to go put something on, or I don't recall that. But I know it happens. I've seen it happen to people. When certain people come around, they might tell you to go put some pants on because your short's too short, or go put on a shirt or a jacket or things like that. I think that's horrible that the children are being sexualized, first of all. Second of all, if it's that serious, that person shouldn't be coming around. That further lets me know that the children are not being protected, and we have a bad habit of that. We do not protect children enough in the Black community. Too many boys and girls end up getting SA'd and nobody talks about it. Like, we got to do better, y'all. We really got to do better in the Black community. And we got to break some of these generational curses. That's what a lot of this stuff is. It's been passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. And we have to break the curse. We have to take it upon ourselves to break the curse. And it's time for my commercial break. All right, y'all. So I'm going to take a commercial break, and I'll be right back.
We're taking the nightlife to a whole nother level. Springfield, Illinois, and the surrounding area. Captain ENT and Mr. John Boy ENT probably present Jokes and Notes, the strictly R&B party in concert in the building. From the group Rude Boys, it's Joe Little performing all his hits. Saturday, March 30th. You don't have to say Joe Little. Are you lonely, baby? Joe Little live in concert. It's Jokes and Notes, Saturday, March 30th. From Barbershop 2 and the Bad Boys of Comedy. Comedian JD.
You offer them a piece of gum, they be like, no, I'm all right. No, if you ain't all right, I wouldn't have offered it to you. Matter of fact, take two, chew it with the paper on it. So every time you bite through the paper, you unlock the flavor, you dang breath.
This was all hosted by the legendary DJ Captain of the American Legion. Springfield, Illinois. Post 809. Saturday night, March 30th. Also, it's the Battle of the Slow Jam. Old school versus the new school. It all happens at 8 p.m. $25 admission. $30 on the door. Call 217-899-7656.
All right, y'all. We back. We talking about toxic family values. And like I said, it's a lot to unpack with this subject, so I just been tapping on it a little bit. I've noticed with some of the subjects we've had lately, it's been a lot to unpack, and we will revisit some of these subjects to start unpacking some more of this stuff. I got a couple more videos. Let's get into another one of these videos because it's a lot to unpack. Okay, so this is a video that I found with Charleston White, and I know he's very controversial, but he said something really good. He really did. And I thought about it. I actually skipped the video and then I went back to it because I was like, you know what? He might be right on this one. So I want y'all to check out this video by Charleston White and tell me what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about this, okay?
I think Black parents, because Black parents are known to kick their children out early. But then if you look at Mexican parents, it's 20 of them in the crib stacking up bread. It's a difference.
Well, that's really a myth, right? The Black mama, because it's not the parents. Stepdaddy have mama put the little girl out because he want to fuck her.
My dad was ready to kick me out early.
Daddy, yeah. But mama, because she want the girl to be strong and independent and not need nobody, mama go be extra hard on her. And mama go put her ass out because of her smart mouth. Her little pussy hot. Mama see much of her in her daughter, so she began to chastise her daughter and she coddles her boy. So yeah, she'll put that girl out, but she'll let that sire ass boy stay there till he damn near dead. He can sleep on the couch, That's so she don't put that boy out. The boy can get on drugs, steal a car, steal out a purse, fuck in the house, but that girl can't. So that's the difference. She won't put her boy out because she know the boy can't make it out there in the world. He ain't got no job skill. Mama know that boy sorry. So my mother always left her door open and always gave me a key. So I don't never have to go lay on no woman's couch. I don't never have to depend on no woman. Nigga, I'm gonna go to mama house and get it together. And while I'm at mama house, mama, can I borrow $50? Mama, can I borrow the car key?
Right.
So mama helps stabilize. When a nigga feeling low and down, mama, you coming through mama house, mama see your spirits low. She see your hair looking nappy. Come here, son, give me a hug. Let me pray with you. Rather than saying, boy, you need to get yourself together. So mama breathe life into you. Daddy, man, get your side ass. Quit coddling that boy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Daddy starting to, because daddy see you weak. Mama make you weaker. But that girl gonna be strong. So that was the dynamic.
I think black parents, because black.
I thought that was very interesting for the simple fact that I had never looked at the mother-son, mother-daughter dynamic like that. I've seen how the mother-daughter dynamic can be toxic. A lot of mothers are in competition with their children, their daughters. A lot of mothers are envious of their daughters. They talk bad to them. I've seen a couple videos. I didn't even download those. I seen a couple videos of like mothers full blown cussing their daughters out, calling them bees, and for no reason, just for no reason. And I don't understand it. But the same mother will turn around and coddle her son. And I had never looked at it the way that Charleston White just said it. The mother is calling herself, and I'm going to say it like that because I don't think that's really what's going on. She's calling herself, making her daughter strong and independent and coddling the son and breathing life into the son. I don't think that's what's going on all the time. It goes back to some of the mothers that are making their sons their husbands. Sometimes that's the problem, and that's really what it is. So yeah, I think the different views are interesting. The different opinions are interesting. I just think it's all interesting. Okay, let me get to another one of these videos. I only got a couple left. We only halfway through the show, but I only got a couple left. And we gonna get to it. So here we go.
At what point do you cut off toxic family?
It's time to cut your losses. See, just cause they family, and family can be some of the most detrimental people to you because you feel an obligation because they're your family. That does not mean you have to become them. It doesn't have to mean you have to stay back, keep going with them.
Okay, so I got that for a specific purpose. I have that video for a specific purpose. And my reason was, people always say, that's your family. That's this. That's your dad, your mom, your cousin, your granny, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister, whoever it is. That's your family. Family is toxic, okay? Family is toxic too. Sometimes family is more toxic than the people in the street. And I tell people all the time, toxic is toxic, family or not. If you got to cut them off for your own peace, cut their ass off. Let them go, cut their ass off, and move on. Sometimes you have to do that for your own peace. You can be in a peaceful place and your family will come disturb all your entire peace. And a lot of that comes from toxic family values. Some of us have narcissists in our family and we don't know. And we're dealing with their narcissistic traits and their narcissistic values. And it's okay to cut people off. It is okay. You only get one you. Okay? You only get one you. So if you keep letting people run over you, if you are not taking care of you, you will be ran down in the ground and people will be moving on without you. You only get one you. So you have to take care of you. You cannot let people run you in the ground. You cannot keep dealing with people and their toxic family values. You cannot do that. And they come in all forms. Sometimes it comes in, we have family members, and I know a lot of us have them. We have family members that compliment you with shade. You know that it's supposed to be a compliment, but it's shady as hell, and they didn't mean it. Like, we have that. And it's okay to stop talking to people that are like that. Like, I don't understand why people think that you're supposed to take more from your family than you would from anybody else. I'm not taking nothing from nobody. I'm not taking it from my family. I'm not taking it from niggas in the street. I'm not taking it from nobody. I will cut your ass off and put you on block. And don't think nothing about it. Really do not even care about it. Because I am not finna let you put all your toxic stuff off on me. I am not about to let you trauma dump on me and do all of this stuff on me with toxic stuff. And from what I see, because I've watched a lot of videos on this subject, from what I see, quite a few people have family members that go around and start shit with other family members. Apparently that's a thing. That shit is toxic. That's the family member y'all need to be cutting off. That is toxic. It is okay to cut off your toxic family members. Mom, dad, kids, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, cut their ass off. If it is for your peace, cut their ass off. Time is too short. You only get one life. And I know people say that's cliche as hell, but it is true. You only get one life, and time is too short for you to deal with people that are ungrateful to be in your life. Okay? Like, I have people around me, and I'm grateful for those people. I'm grateful to have them in my life. I am grateful for them to allow me to be in their lives. Your family should feel the same way. And that's just me. That's just me. Your family should feel the same way. I will cut y'all ass off and keep it moving. My block game is strong. Social media, phone, whatever. I will block you from emailing me, okay? My block game is strong as hell if you are toxic. I'm not dealing with no toxicity. I'm not dealing with no narcissism. I am not dealing with any of that because life is too short. And as y'all have seen since 2020, people are dying every day. I don't have time for nonsense. I don't have time for shenanigans. I don't have time. I don't have time for you disturbing my peace. I don't have time for you interrupting my life. I don't have time. And I'm an entrepreneur, so my time is money, okay? When you disrupted my life, that means you fucking with my money. So yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. I got one more video clip, and then I need to take another commercial break. I got one more clip for y'all, though. Let's get to it.
Has anyone else noticed that when an adult child chooses to not have a relationship with a parent, it's always, but she's your mom.
I'm going to trauma dump here a little bit, so buckle up. I didn't talk to my father the last 10 years of his life, and when he died, I didn't go to his funeral. And I had many family members reach out to me privately and talk about how disappointing it was, about how much I am the one that was harming the family by not showing up, by me not showing up to a service to listen to a bunch of people talking about how great this person was when we damn well all knew he wasn't. But I was the one that was harming the family. I was the bad person because my not being there was an indictment of everybody else for not doing shit when he was alive. Nobody seemed to have anything to say when he was destroying his life and making sure my childhood was filled with chaos and fear. If there's one thing a family hates more than an abuser, it's a truth teller. And when an adult child chooses to go no contact with that parent, that is a very loud truth.
Okay, so I want to talk about this. No contact with the parents. So I'm about to have a very transparent moment here on Couch Conversations. Nothing is off limits on the couch. So yeah, I'm gonna have a transparent moment. I made the decision to go no contact with my father a few days ago, and we gonna see how this go. Because the level of 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 dysfunction in our relationship at this point in my life is unbearable. I love my father. I love my father. Do not get me wrong. But he did not raise me. And I am tired of trying to build a relationship that is not there. It's not there. We have good conversations, and he's a good, like, friend. Like, that's my homeboy. Fathering is not in the cards for him when it comes to me. So, yeah, I am all against toxic relationships, and parents don't like when you go no contact. I went no contact with my dad before, and he called me and made a big deal about how I wasn't going to talk to him until he went into the grave, and then all the shenanigans, right? I love my daddy. I wish nothing on him. No harm, no anything. But it's time. It's time as a 45-year-old woman to make some hard decisions. And that is a decision I made. So I'm going to keep y'all updated on how this no contact thing is going to go. It's a few other people I'm choosing to go no contact from too, but we'll get to that in another episode. I'll let y'all know how that goes. And yeah, people get upset when you go no contact and you become the bad person. But nobody asks why you don't talk to them. Nobody asks. Nobody ever says, what did they do to you for you to stop talking to them? You just become the bad person for not talking to them anymore. And at this point in life, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Let me tell y'all something. My kids are grown. I don't have any grandchildren. And my only responsibility is my 84-year-old grandmother at this point in life. I could care less about anything else outside of what I have going on with my business and my personal life and whatever I have going on. I could care less, okay? I'm here for my children. They know if they need me, they can call me. I love them. But they grown at this point. I am not dealing with any more toxic family issues. I'm not dealing with no narcissism. I'm not dealing with no narcissist. If we cannot sit down and have a conversation without you trying to control the narrative of what is going on, we don't need to talk. And that's just where I'm at with life right now. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I am definitely okay with that. I'm okay with going no contact from people. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it is hard, but I'm at a different place in life. I can't have people stressing me out because listen, I want y'all to understand something. I'm 45. At 45, allowing people to stress me out will give me high blood pressure. I've even had a stroke. I've even had a heart attack. And then who's going to be there for me? No damn body. I'm going to be laid up somewhere while everybody living their best life after they just stressed me the hell out. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I am not the one. So yeah, I will not be dealing with no toxic issues from 2024 until, period, point blank, at all. I'm not dealing, and I'm not even gonna just say family. I'm not dealing with no toxic people. Period. If you thought we was friends and you toxic, this is probably why we don't talk no more. I can go no contact with people real fast. Real fast. I know a lot of my friends be trying to figure out why I don't talk to them no more. I love y'all from a distance. If we don't talk anymore and I still say that you are my friend, I love you from a distance because you didn't show me something toxic about you and I am keeping my distance. It's not my place to correct you, fix you, try to guide you in a different direction. It's not my place to tell you you toxic because somebody probably didn't already told you and you didn't listen. So all I'm going to do is love you from a distance. That's it. That's all. Love you from a distance. I'm not dealing with any more toxicity. Period. 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 I got to give myself a round of applause for that. No more toxic people. We don't do none of that. No more. Okay? I need to take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to Boss Daddy's, where we got the best ribs in the city, you dig? 3310 South Nellis, Suite 2526. Come down here. We open Tuesday through Saturday. And I got some ribs I got to tend to. That's enough right there. Don't show no more.
What it do? It's your boy LaVon Kennedy, L's Up LaVon, and right now I'm located inside 86 Sports, right here in Henderson on the beautiful Water Street District. Right now, as you can see, we're working on some embroidery. We are a one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. When it comes to garments, we got you. If you need silk screening, direct-to-film, heat transfer, embroidery, sublimation, or maybe you just need some blanks, we can take care of that for you right here at 86. So make sure you guys come see us because everything that we do is in stock, one stop. We're not outsourcing for anything. So I hope to see you guys soon. L's up.
Shout out to everybody that submits their commercials to me. I appreciate y'all. This is LaVon Kennedy's second commercial that he has submitted for the show, so I appreciate him greatly. Yeah, I thank y'all. If you have a commercial ad promo video that you would like to be on Couch Conversations, please feel free to send it to me at couchconversationslive@gmail.com. Okay, y'all. So we talking about toxic family values today, and we're gonna come back with this subject. We are going to come back with this subject because, like I said, it's a lot to unpack. I just tapped on some of the toxic stuff that we deal with in the Black community. That toxic parenting, we're definitely gonna get back to that because it starts. Unfortunately, it starts a few generations back. I established a rapport with my children that was unbreakable, and I don't know how I did it, but I did. I've dealt with some toxic family situations where I've tried to chastise my children and people have intervened and told me don't do this, or told them don't listen to me, do this. Thank God my children were smart enough to know that I'm the mama. And they just were smart enough to know that. I do want to get back to that toxic parenting. We want to get back to the family secrets, and we want to get back to mental health. So we will be tapping back on those three things later on in the season. We only the third episode in on the season, y'all. So we got time to double back. But I had to introduce this subject to y'all, this toxic family values, and kind of show y'all some of the stuff that's going on out here. One thing that I didn't touch on, but I did, was people using the Bible. Now, one thing I wanted to say about that was I've noticed that a lot of people will use the scripture, Children, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days might be long. And they use that in different ways, like when they're trying to chastise you or when they're trying to tell you something. I've noticed older people use it when they're trying to get you to respect them or what they're saying, and then they will bring that verse out. But I just want all of the people that use that scripture to try to chastise, punish, discipline their children. Keep reading. Y'all didn't read far enough. If y'all read down a couple of more scriptures, it says, do not provoke your child. I just want y'all to know that, okay? So thank y'all for tuning in. I only got 10 minutes left in the show, and it's gonna take me 10 minutes to do my outro. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We have events coming up that I want y'all to know about, be in tune for. We have Saturday. This is this coming Saturday. tremendous amount of products. Not only THC products, but they gave away hats and different things like that. So I suggest you come out. I suggest you, it's free, y'all. It's free. Just pull up. It's free. I suggest y'all come out. The raffle tickets are $2. You can come hang out, bring you a chair, bring you a blanket, hang out, watch the show, watch the fashion show. We're gonna have some dope artists. If this is your first year coming, we have artists that come from all over the country to be with us on that day. So it's always a fun time, good networking, and a dope show. We also have designers and models that come in for that. Last year, the models came in from LA and Vegas, which we appreciated. And we had designers from all over the country submit their designs. So y'all make sure y'all tune in and stay tapped in for that. There'll be more information coming out as it gets closer. So y'all want to make sure y'all ready for that. If you need to contact me directly, you can contact me at my cell phone, 702-578-6716, or you can email therealdannigirl@gmail.com. I am also on all social media as The Real Danni Gyrl. If you would like to submit a ad or a video promo for Couch Conversations Live, please feel free to email it to couchconversationslive@gmail.com. Make sure you put in the subject box what it is about. That way I'll know firsthand, because usually when it pops up in my phone, I get the subject. So if there's no subject, I won't know what it is. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook and IG, Couch Conversations Live. Also, you can subscribe to us on YouTube at The Real Danni Gyrl. So make sure you like and subscribe for those of you that are following me on YouTube. And next week, we will talk about surviving narcissism. This is a conversation that I have put off. We had actually scheduled this show for season 3, and I put it off. And we'll be here next week talking about narcissism, signs of narcissism, and narcissism personality disorder. And I'll be giving y'all a first-hand account on my experience with a narcissist. Yeah. So I want y'all to stay tuned for next week, Surviving Narcissism. That is going to be a very good subject. And I plan on having some special guests with me for next week. I know a couple people that have survived narcissists. I'm going to see if I can get my niece to tap in, who is a psychologist, and see if we could get her to at least tap in the comments. But we're going to try to really dig into narcissism next week. I've been really, this is a personal subject for me. So, yeah. Once again, like I said, you can show your support. Hi, Twan. How you doing? You all right, Twan. I know if you wasn't, you'd have been tuned in from the beginning. But we've been talking about toxic family values and toxic things. And like I said, we're going to tap on it again later on in the season, because there's so much to unpack with toxic parenting and family secrets and mental health. And a lot of this is really based on, a lot of the subject matter that I talk about is based on the Black community. So I want y'all to know that. Not that I don't have followers that are not people of color, but I like to talk about subjects that I can relate to, and that I feel like are relevant in my community, and things that maybe we should have conversations about. Yeah. So, yeah, make sure you're here next week for Surviving Narcissism. And I'm going to go ahead and briefly just put up the contact information. If you need to contact me, I would like to thank everybody one more time to another episode of Couch Conversations. 4 seasons, y'all. Like, I am so ecstatic. I would not have imagined when I started. Never imagined. I just wanted to sit on the couch and tell y'all my personal business. I didn't think it was gonna grow to this, to y'all asking me to come back and keep telling y'all my personal business. So yeah, we live on the couch every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, getting it in. And y'all make sure y'all be back next week, okay? Hope to see everybody. I'm gonna put this up for y'all one more time. Hope to see everybody out Saturday at 57660 South Compton Avenue in Los Angeles. This is going to be a time, y'all. If you missed last month, you definitely want to be there, okay? You definitely want to be there. So, as I leave today, I am going to play a clip of me singing Blunts for Two. There's no need for me to have a show if I ain't promoting myself in my own music. So yeah, this is me singing Blessed for Two. Last year, BET weekend, at the Soul venue. Shout out to the band Pneumatic. I love y'all to death. They be having my back, boy. They be having my back. Shout out to Pneumatic and Andrew Brown. I love y'all. All right, y'all. So here's Danielle singing Blessed for Two. And y'all have a good night. See y'all next week. And as always, peace. Have a divine night, y'all.
I wrote the song for you, 'cause I like what we do. I like being your boo. And every little thing about you. I like your laid back vibe. Talking to you late at night. Maybe we should take a ride. Or we should wine and dine. I hope you're feeling this song. That's why I'm really singing this song. Nothing that I'd rather do than rolling up an L with you. Have a couple drinks with you. Smoke a couple blunts with you. Nothing that I'd rather do than rolling up an L with you. So let's leave behind the crew. Smoke a couple blunts with two. Y'all like that? To keep it real, I was trying to test my luck. So I was happy when you tried to see what's up. And I was trying to see if we could be alive. And I was trying to see if you could take that ride. And you should love
thought you had like 2 for me. Look at her.
Okay. So now,
She's talking goodbye, bro.